Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Tom. So today I'm going to be showing you a little project of mine. Now I did search YouTube and I was unable to find any way to control my Skyrim game while playing it from my Elgato Stream Deck. So I figured it out myself, and since I didn't see any videos on showing anybody how to do this, I decided to post one myself. Now what I'm talking about is using the Stream Deck to do the console commands. So let's get to it and I will show you. So let's go do that. All right, everybody, this is what I was talking about. Now all this is my Elgato Stream Deck. I used multi-actions to make automatic buttons for console commands. Now, if we'll go in here and look at God mode, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, all I use to make this is the hotkeys and the delays. So what I have is that's our button to open the console command. I have a delay, that's just the standard delay. And then I have to program a hotkey for each button in the code you have to put in. Then I programmed in the enter button. There's supposed to be a delay right there. A delay, and then closing the console command. And that's what I did for all of these. Now, if we go into the skill folder, I have every single skill in here. And if we open one, it's once again, that's the button to open the console command. I have a delay, then I have the specific code you have to type in, which is advanced skill, a space. You type in the skill, which this one is block, space, and then a bunch of nines. Enter, a multi-action delay, and then that is closing the console command. Now, following this very simple formula, I was able to make automatic console commands. I don't have to do anything, I just push these buttons. Now, some of these are in the same folder together, and that's just because there's not enough buttons in here. If I had an XL, then maybe I'd have enough buttons, but I don't. I just have a Mark II. But they're in there. I put ones together that made sense to go together. Like, this is all your thieving stuff. I have my lock picking, pickpocketing, and sneaking in there together. And then restoration and alteration together. So I have collision on and off, God mode on and off. These are all the skills. And then under teleport, I have different places I like to go to. And it is the same thing. If you click on one, it is opening the console command, a delay, then you put in the code, which is COC, a space, which these are all just the hotkeys. You put a hotkey in there, and then you push here, and then push whatever button you want it to do. And then it's just white, run, and then this is where I want to go, stables. And then enter. Now, when you do the teleport ones, you don't have to put the closing of the console command on here, and you don't have to put the delay at the end, because this will just automatically teleport you like this. All the rest of them, you do need to have the delay after the enter before you close the console. Or at least that's the way I do it. But it's the same with all of these. With all of my teleports, you have to look up, which I will include in the bottom, in the comments, not the comments. What am I thinking? I will include in the description. There we go. The website I used, and it gave me all of the console command combinations that I needed. But they're all the same. For the teleportation, it's you open the console, you have a delay because the console has to open. You type in the code, which all the ones that make you teleport are COC, and then the code that you need for the location you're going to, which Most of these I found are the name of where you're going. So this is Dawnstar Inn. So it just Dawnstar Inn. And then each letter has to be its own hotkey. I did try to, the first time when I was trying to make this, I did try to use this text one here, hoping that it would just type in the text, but it won't do that. You have to do each letter individually. And I will show an example of it working. Now, I will say if you use something like Novus, the skills won't work. Everything else does, but they have mods in there that modify your skills or how your skills level up. So this one won't work if you use something like Novus. It does work in my regular Skyrim, in my Vortex collection that I do. It does work. So that would be all these. The red ones up here are my automatics. So that's automatically going to turn off collision, on and off God mode, and then those two. I do have a button programmed right here, and this is just to open the command. The gold here, what this is going to do, and how I have this one, is I open the command and then push gold. And then this is the combination for gold, which is going to be player dot add item space F and then a space. And then when it pops up, which I will show you in game, when it pops up, all I have to do is type in the amount of gold that I want. And the lockpicks work the same way. And I will get that amount if I don't want to use my preset one. And then also I have console command and then race menu. So these here all work together. To use my bottom three, you have to open up console command. So these are not automatic. Now over to the left, I did program a quick start. Inside of my quick start, I've started a new game and these are the things that I want. Now I didn't do an overpowered quick start. This is just so that I can play my game with confidence, I guess. And it's going to be all this is going to be steel. It's a steel sword, steel shield, and then helmet, armor, boots, gauntlets. All of this is going to be steel. The gold that is right here is 10,000, which in my Vortex Skyrim is not a lot. Just to buy, I think to buy Breeze Home in Epic Immersive Realms of Nirn, which is my Vortex collection I play in, it's like 15,000, so the 10,000 gold wasn't a lot. And then I also have lockpicks here. I programmed it to be 30 lockpicks. Like I said, this is just like a little quick start. And then it's also, this is an automatic lockpick. So you would open the menu and then you type in your code, which each hotkey, like I said before, is a letter. Put your space in there, how many you want, another space, a delay, and then you close it. Then over here under health, I believe it gives me 15 health potions. So that's just my quick start right here. These buttons don't do anything. They're just for decoration. And then over here where my dancing Nord fella is, this section is purely cheats. This is stuff that I just like to have if I feel like it. So if you go in here, under weapons, I have some weapons. I have the Daedric dagger, the Skyforge dagger, Dragonbane children, Nightingale bow. This is just stuff that I like to play with. In there, and then same with armor. I have ebony, dragon plate, and Daedric. Potions. I have all my elixirs, healing, stamina, magic, and invisibility. I also have some poisons on demand. I have all the ingots. So if I'm running a little low on something, I can click that and I'll get 10 ingots. And here under miscellaneous, this is just miscellaneous stuff. I have empty soul gems, and then I just have full soul gems, and then my leathers and wolf pelt. Now, just like in here, whenever you're programming this stuff, even with the armor, after you type in the code like this, I'll walk you through it again. That's opening the command, and then each letter of the command code, a space, the item you want, and there's the code for the item. For these gauntlets, it's going to be 0001395D. Space, the quantity that you want comes after the item. I only want it one. Enter, a delay so it can process what you said, and then you close it. Now, I'm sure all these talky parts getting boring, so I'm going to open up Skyrim and show you the buttons working. So, we'll be right back. All right, here we are in Skyrim. Now, this is my Vortex collection version that I play. Very pretty. Look at that, very pretty.
Want to hear a little Norse
Okay,
wisdom?
so I am showing in the Vortex collection one because, like I said, the skills won't work in my Novus game, which I do have a video up showing you how very nice Novus actually looks compared to the one that you're seeing now. Okay, so in the top right corner of the screen, I have my Steam Deck up where you can see. So I'm going to show you the buttons working now. Here's collision. I push it, it automatically types it in and does it for me. Now the collision's turned off. Push it again, it'll turn collision back on. God mode works the same way. Now you could possibly take the delays out if you wanted to, and your screen wouldn't be up as long. But I had an issue with some of these without the delay, so that's why the delays are on all of them. Now if we go into the skills, I'll push a couple of these and show you how those work. Same thing, push my button, it automatically types it in for me. Now my one-handed is maxed out. I'll do another one for you. How about, since we're good with the one-handed, let's get some blocking. It types it in for me, closes the screen. I don't have to do anything. So now my blocking and my one-handed are maxed out. Alright, the next one I'm going to show you is some teleporting. So here we go. Let's go to the Q smoke. Types it in for me. And here I am going to Q smoke. Here I am. Now, since I can just teleport here, I really didn't have to make my loot category, because I can just come in here and take whatever I want. But I made it anyways. Now, let's show you one more. We're going to go to, how about Solitude? I push my button, it types it in for me, which that one was Solitude Origin. It's going to bring me at the front gate of Solitude. Now, when it comes to some of these, I did make it where it was taking me inside of an inn. So here we are at Solitude, and they're about to execute him. Some of these, I think, like Dawnstar. So let's go to Dawnstar. Oh, there we go. I had it teleport me inside of an inn, and that is because on my Novus...
I like that look in your eyes. Would you like... I see.
playlists that I
I'll
have.
be here if you change your mind.
I didn't want to risk my game crashing just randomly teleporting into a town with things being moved around, because not everything is exactly where it's supposed to be in the original game in that one. So in some of these places, I did make it teleport me to an inn.
Another quiet day, I hope.
Here we are in Dawnstar. One second. Okay. Dawnstar, here we are. Now my Riverwood button takes me directly to Riverwood in the middle of town. Rorikstead takes me to an inn. Iverstead takes me to an inn. Winterhold I think's the same way, and so is Riften. No, Riften's the stables. So other ones like Whiterun, Riften, and I want to say Windhelm.
I work in the mine just like everyone else.
I have set to take me to the stable. Now, I am well aware that when it comes to these teleport buttons, most people can just step outside, open a map, and go where they want to go. The point of my teleport buttons are, say I'm at the end of a quest and I don't want to wander all the way back out to the outside to be able to go where I need to go. I feel lazy that day, I can push one of those teleport buttons and go where I need to go. Alright, moving on. I will show you how my command buttons work. So that would be all the green ones. I actually push the command to pull up the menu. If I want gold, I push the gold button. It'll type it in for me up to the amount. I type in my own amount. I want 1 gold. And I push enter. I get 1 gold. Command button. And closes it again. So lockpicks are the same way. I open the command. I push lockpicks. It'll type in the code for me so I don't have to memorize it. I want 1 lockpick, so I'll push the 1 button and enter. I got 1 lockpick. Now, if we go over to my quick start, which is the dancing hula girl in the bottom corner, this is my quick start stuff. This is, I just started a new game, and this is the stuff that I want to begin my game with. So I would go through and push each one of these. And it'll add this stuff to my inventory for me. Now, I didn't want to go overboard, so I only have steel in here. And then the shield, I believe, is iron. This is just my quick start. Go through and show you all these work. There's the armor. This is going to be the boots. Now, if there's a more efficient way to do this, go ahead and link me to that video or add your comment in. Now, I'm sure I could have used a multi-action and typed in all of this stuff into one long multi-action and had it do it, but I want it to be able to do them one at a time just in case on a certain playthrough I don't want something. So say I wanted to start one where I was poor, I wouldn't push the gold button. If I wanted to try to start one and I didn't want my health potions, I wouldn't push health potions. This is just so I can pick and choose what I actually want. And that should be everything. Yep, there we go. And that's our quick start. And then let me equip all that. There it is. And then there's our shield. Wait, there's our shield. There's our sword. Okay. Moving on. If you go to the bottom right corner of the menu up there, I have my loot button. Everything in here I classify as cheating. The quick start, I tried to do basic stuff. Everything in here is just stuff that I really like. So if I don't want to wait around to find children, I just push the button and I can just have it whenever I want it. So everything in there I would classify as cheating. But there it is. And now I have it. Now, when you get certain weapons, if you try to do this like Dragonbane and Children, there's different versions. These weapons level based upon your level when you get them. I think there's like 5 different versions of each one. Now, they don't look differently, but they have different stats. This is the strongest version of this sword that you can get. Like I said, all these are cheating. And then if I want a bow, I just push my favorite bow, which is the Nightingale bow. There it is. I gotta fix that. It's only supposed to give me 1. For some reason, it's giving me 100 of them. And then there's some arrows. Boom. Daedric arrows. And there they are. And it's the same thing with armor. You can push any of those and I will get armor. Potions the same way. If I'm doing some smithing, I push the smithing potion button. Enchanting potion. I believe each of these only gives me 1 to 5. It doesn't drop me a ton of them. And then same way with poison. If I decided I wanted to poison something, there we are. Now I have 50 poisons. Then I have the ingots and the miscellaneous. They're mainly for crafting. In case I decide I want to build something and I don't have the requirements, I can build it and then sell what I have left back to whatever vendors nearby. That way I'm not junking up my inventory. But alrighty. That's going to be it for the in-game showcase. Thank you very much for checking it out. And we're going to go back to our final messages. Well, hopefully that gave y'all some ideas for y'all's own ways to customize your playthroughs or use your Elgato Stream Decks if you have one. I do highly recommend getting these things. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I know they've made my life a lot easier. Anything I want at a push of a button, and then as I've shown you with my Skyrim stuff, it makes it easier to play the game when I can just push a button and turn God mode on and off, change my skills, add gold, pick up weapons, teleport to wherever I want. So hopefully this has helped somebody or inspired somebody. Thank you for joining me here on the channel, and thank you for viewing my video. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.